Welcome to Comics, Games, and Collectibles, your zen of geekism. We carry comics old and new, magazines, toys, games like Pokemon, Magic, D&D. Want Godzilla, Ultraman, Star Trek, Ninja Turtles, Funko Pops? You'll find it all here. Shop our Cosmic Sound Room and pick up a record or two. Enjoy our Comic Coffee Lounge with a cup of Sasquatch coffee or a delicious menu item while geeking out over a super cool movie on our big screen. Come by and say hello to Maui. Cosmic Comic, Games, and Collectibles. Superman loves us, and so will you.
I finally get to meet all my fellow movie scream queens at a horror convention set in a real-life murder site where unstoppable killers at summer camp first started.
Ragface has escaped and he's come back to kill again.
We have to stick together or we're next.
No way. We don't like each other at all.
Only because Maddie told the producers she'd work cheaper and more topless than me and sliced into tiny pieces part 6, the slicing.
Tess is mad at me because I slept with the director of Vivisection Vixens from Venus.
Yeah, Bev. He was my husband at the time.
It's up to us to put an end to Ragface's murder spree.
We need a plan.
I've got one. Oh, hey guys.
Lori, I mean a plan to catch Ragface.
And welcome, everybody. I am RJ Carter, Senior Managing Editor here at CriticalBlast.com, Chief Envelope Licker for Critical Blast Logistics, and cross-eyed proofreader for Critical Blast Publishing. If there's something we can slap the Critical Blast label on, we will do it. I just have to think of what that is and whether or not I can make money at it. Although that's never stopped me before. So, tonight, folks, one of the probably one of the greatest AAT books that you didn't know was out there. And if you know what it is, you know what it is. One of the funnest and funniest, voted best comic writers, and best comics artists for 2020 by you, the readers of CriticalBlast.com. It is the next installment of starring Sonya Devereaux, the 306th best actress in America. No, in Hollywood, because that's where the best ones live. And to flesh that out, so to speak, we're going to bring the creators online here, starting with Mr. Todd Livingston and Mr. Nick Kapitanakis, the writers of the show. Gentlemen, welcome.
Howdy.
I keep forgetting how the ranking structure goes. I'm like, America, no Hollywood, no America.
It's Hollywood. She's the 306th best in Hollywood because there's a lot of great actresses in America. Hollywood's a small town.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
it might just be Hollywood. Might just be Hollywood Boulevard. We're not sure.
Right. That doesn't include Santa Monica and the San Fernando Valley and the San Gabriel Valley. It's
Studio
Hollywood
City.
proper. Yeah.
Right. Hollywood land, as we used to know it.
Since I've not been able to see the whole list, I've been wondering of late who the 307th best one is, and do we ever see her show up in a book like, "Ha, I beat out Sonya on this role"? Does she have a rival? So,
I'm not saying her name. I'm not saying her name on the internet. Yeah.
Well, of course, the thing that sells Sonya in the movies is the way she looks. It's not necessarily her, vocal talents. I almost said oral talents there, but then I would have had to probably delete this video. But she looks great, and the makeup team and production team behind her. I didn't. I did not say oral at all. No, I wouldn't. Brendan and Brian Frame, the guys who make her look great.
Thank you, RJ. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
So it feels like it's been forever. Have I missed something between the trade paperback and the Violet Vixen and the Barbarian?
Yes.
We did. We were here for Warrior Woman Death Team 5, weren't we?
Yes, you were. It just feels like it was last year.
It takes a long time to do this book, RJ. A long.
Well,
it's a 48-page comic book.
16 more pages than normal.
That's a big book. Plus, you probably had to sign a lot more contracts on this one because you got a lot more actresses than just.
We do. We have a lot more actual actresses involved in this, and Fred Olin Ray,
big time movie
an
producer,
actual director.
Now, I've asked you before how you get them. You asked them. I get that, but do you have to go like through agents, and do they get like they get their cut of the book?
Well, RJ, here's how this would happen. I was on a conference email call thing, Zoomy thing, whatever we did in 2020 with American Mythology and a couple of other people, and one of them was a good friend of Brink Stevens, and he said Brink Stevens wants to be in starring Sonya Devereaux, which was news to me because I haven't seen Brink in 15 years probably. But when I heard that, I was like, let's do a Scream Queen issue. And then we started that ball rolling.
Yeah. And that's where this issue kind of departs from everything that's gone before, because all the previous issues have been one of Sonya's movies. And you get to see Sonya a little bit before and a little bit after, and then you kind of watch the movie that she stars in. This doesn't feel like that unless it is a movie and they're all playing themselves in it.
Well, I think it is a movie. It is a movie, and they're playing versions of themselves. So the Scream Queens are playing Scream Queens in this Summer Camp Massacre movie. Yes,
that's more meta than the guy behind Facebook.
Meta. It's so meta. Yeah. Because we start out with Sonya and the Scream Queens and Fred Olin Ray, who is the writer, producer, director of the film Scream Queen Summer Camp Massacre. They're watching the movie at her apartment. But then they're in the movie playing Scream Queens.
And
playing a director.
Yes. And producer.
But you know what? This is a milestone. This is still a milestone for Sonya.
That she's not the most important part? No, it's not.
Well, no, but this is the first time. This is the first movie where she kicks off a franchise. Usually they bring her in to kill it off with the fourth or the fifth sequel part.
That's true. Yes. This is her in a low budget movie as the first one. And they'll probably make 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and they'll bring in somebody who's not the 306th.
They'll bring in the 307th best actress.
Yes, she's up next.
We'll get to find out who it is. So I've got the screen shared here. Let me add it to the stream. This is on Indiegogo, folks. And while you're watching and learning about Sonya Devereaux, understand that the link to this is below the video. It is also pinned to the top of the chat. So if you see it up there, no excuses not to be able to click on this. It's too cheap to ignore. And yes, you've even got the digital options, all you people out there. Sonya's cheap. I mean, the book is cheap.
And it's really well priced for a 48-page comic.
It's super well priced. I mean, I told you before the show, I backed it last night because I didn't want to miss it. All 3 covers, $20, plus the digital. I almost thought stuff. Wait, did I just buy the digital? That would suck. I want the real thing. But no, it's all 3 physical covers plus the digital version, $20. You're not going to get a 48-page comic deal like that anywhere. And you got a cosplay come here and everything. I'd like to see this make $126 minimum tonight, because that hits the $3,000 stretch goal. Right?
Yes, it does.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Stop me when you say that so I can give whoever says it the big screen, because the more should be shown. Let's go ahead and start with the first stretch goal, since that's the first thing we see here. There's no. I'm looking for the marks. There's none that stretch on this picture here.
The
Go
first
to,
stretch goal is a trading card of Jacqueline Goner's cosplay of Sarah Dillon, who is the main character in Scream Queen Summer Camp Massacre. And it's the third in the series of trading cards, which is pretty exciting, I think.
Yes.
The first was Kara Nicole. No, the first was the first Ivy. It was Ivy, and then Kara Nicole,
Yes.
and then Jacqueline Goner. So we've got 3 cosplay cover trading cards.
And I know that you have well, somebody did her as Violet Vixen. Oh, and there it is.
That was Kara Nicole. Yes. Yep.
Boom.
It's super cool. Let me tell you, it's so super cool to have trading cards as a perk. I collect trading cards. I love them.
That is very cool. Yep. The Spider Shark Snake Bear. I've got both of those. I knew I did. I'm starting to get a little trading card collection of my own. I had to buy some pages to start putting them in because they were like, what do I do with them? I
had a binder.
That's what I did. I got a binder, and then I started remembering what I used to do. Remember when the X-Men Fleer cards were out in the 90s? No, you probably don't. I had to be a comic geek to get that. But they would do this thing where when you finally found cards 1 through 9 or cards 10 through 18, a set of 9, it would fill up the page. Right. And then the page would be one solid picture. So each card was its own thing, but when put together, it was
like puzzle cards.
Yeah, it was like a puzzle. But you didn't really know that it was a puzzle if you looked at just the one. It was just, like a background that bled to the edge. And then when it was all together, it's like, oh my God, they're fighting a giant sentinel together. I don't know how you do that.
On the back, were they their own thing on the back?
On the back, they were their own thing. Yeah, that was just like, gambit, powers, abilities, height, weight.
That's so cool. That's a great idea.
Topps did that in the 70s with Star Wars cards. So it wasn't originated by Fleer and the X-Men in the 90s.
No, it definitely wasn't. But they were doing with the back of the cards.
True.
This was the fronts.
Yes. So if you get the next 6 cards and put them together, it will be a picture. Not a good one. It's not one that makes sense.
A bit fractured.
It will be a picture. Yes.
So you probably have cosplayers just beating up your Instagram saying, "Hey, I want to be the next Sonya Devereaux cover." You never. The thing is, you never get guest artists, do you? You don't give these guys a break. You call them up.
We don't want a break. We don't want a break.
They want to work more. They keep yelling at us to write faster.
Well, yeah, why not? Boy, the chat is out here popping too. Infinity Comics is out here. Hail, sir, hail. Mike Walters, who runs the mic stand after our show, says, so Sonya Devereaux is cheap. Yeah, well, not
she is.
Kind of, but kind of not. Comics Talk with Pops Van Zant. Yo, hey, glad you popped in. Said hi.
Hey, Pops.
Hello.
What's up, Pops?
So, Ragface. That's our villain in this one here. And
yes, it's quite a handsome devil.
Quite a handsome devil. I like his eyes. They're very expressive. But you have playing in this and with their express permission. So if you were to take this book to a stream. I'm a professional podcaster. People, I talk for a living. If you were to take this to a Scream Queen convention, I challenge any of you to say that 3 times fast. You could get them to sign it.
Yep,
and it
absolutely.
would like be official.
Absolutely.
So you got Brinky Stevens, Tiffany Shepis. I don't hope I said that right.
Michelle Bauer and Linnea Quigley together.
Yeah. And if you can find Sonya Devereaux, you'll have all 5.
Yeah.
Yes. None of them will be surprised to see this cover. They did agree to be in it, so not going to get us sued. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't have any money anyway, so no point suing us.
Yeah. Now there's always 2 covers. There's the crowdfunding cover, and then there's the cover that's going to go on the shelves at your retailer stores through American Mythology. Which one is this?
That's the main cover. There are actually 3 covers. This cover, is the main cover, and then the parody homage cover will also be in stores, but the cosplay cover will not be in stores. The cosplay cover is only available through the Indiegogo.
Okay.
And
I recognize this
bought all
homage.
these covers.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. This is Avengers. I don't know which number, but this is when Henry Gyrich comes in and says, 7 of you are staying on the team. The rest of you are out.
Yep.
And that was a great George Perez Avengers cover. Pops, if you want to have
you
have
had
these
to bring
people
up
on your
George
show,
Perez, didn't you?
well, you're not going to. Yeah. Well, look, he's a legend, and you know what? We're all acting like he died. He's not dead yet.
Not yet.
We just know he's very sick, and he's got been told a limited time, and he's doing everything he can to connect with his fans. I think his fans should do everything they could to connect with him and just show him how he's appreciated.
Absolutely.
That would be a fantastic thing to have happen.
Not just a legend, but he's a wonderful man. A wonderful man.
Yes. One of the most talented and nicest people, which are two things that you never get in comics creators.
He loves comics as much as he draws. I mean, he is as much a fan as he is a creator.
Yeah, absolutely. And that showed. When people love comics, you guys love making comics. Don't disagree with me.
We love making comics.
Yes, we do. Thank you. And it shows in the work, and it comes through. And Pops, if you want to have these guys on your show, I'm sure they'd much rather take a step up from where they've been with me and come over to the Comic Related Madness, where you actually make some money on their show. So if you get an email from Pops, you'll know how it came from. It'll come through Facebook. I'll introduce you. Pops is cool. Pops is a 60s hippie that just loves his comics, man, and he's broadcasting from a room full of comic book stuff, and by God, he's passing me up in views and everything. So God love him. I'm glad to have him on the team. And this is the cosplay cover. This is a different pose than the trading card, by the way, folks.
Yes, it is.
We did that with all the covers and trading cards.
All a different image.
Yeah. Yes. Luckily, the cosplayers give us a lot of photos to choose from and play around with. So plenty of options.
Okay, so which came first, twin brothers?
The chicken. The chicken came first,
and the egg was smoking a cigarette. The cosplay cover or the artwork, because the costume is definitely in line with the artwork.
Artwork did.
The artwork came.
Absolutely.
So she had to find stuff that matched the artwork.
Yes, she had to create the costume based on the frame's art.
Yes.
Okay, well, she did a good job. I was going to say it would have been cheating if she'd said, "Hey, I'm going to do the costume," and then you can.
Those are not hip implants either. Those are actual hips there.
Actual hips. Good.
Actual hips.
Well, they work on her. So the story is what? I mean, why are all these Scream Queens being locked in a cabin?
Nick has been dying to tell you this.
I haven't really been dying to tell him, but I will tell him because I got nothing else to say. Nothing else is going on in my life. So let's see. All the Scream Queens are coming together for a horror convention put on by guys. What guys?
They're over there.
Stop looking at me.
It's a story.
So they're coming together for a slasher movie convention, and come on now, there we go. And during that, a movie producer, writer extraordinaire comes to them and says he wants the 5 of them to be in a movie together, and he's going to call it the Scream Queen Summer Camp Massacre. And so from there, he actually dies. So the guy who's going to make this movie dies right off the bat. That's
spoiler alert.
I know. I said I'm going to share everything except the jokes, and of course the artwork and a lot of the story, and of course the ending, and I'm done with all of
Tell
it.
him
about the sequel.
Tell them about the giant frog.
There's a giant frog who's been hopping through the forest this whole time. We see him coming, like the story will go, and then we'll cut away, and this giant frog is hopping, and he's eating giant flies all along the way, and he never makes it to the actual horror convention.
Don't forget the spinach leaves.
Oh,
And he eats some spinach leaves, and it makes him he
Very
kind of
strong.
has the craps. He has craps because
Spinach.
frogs shouldn't eat spinach. Yeah.
No, that's bad for their digestive system.
Oh, a toad.
And that's the story.
Tell
in
that
a
to
nutshell.
Popeye.
So it's the story of a frog, a giant frog, and it's interrupted every once in a while by all these women in the woods, which it's a scary place to be because the woods is full of beavers, especially in this story.
Yes.
Rimshot.
The women are the women are half naked and sometimes all the way naked. But not that we get.
But we don't see them. We don't see them
We don't
naked
see.
in the
We don't
comic.
get it. We don't get any of the good stuff.
No.
It's
There's always a towel
very
in the way.
Hammer films like where we tease and tease and tease, but we don't show anything.
And that's why I said at the beginning this was one of the best AAT books. That's to borrow from Dan Fraga, who uses the phrase ass titty, which I never quite figured out because I'm like, if you got two of one and one of the other, it's not really as appealing as the other way around. But it's his. I've shocked them. they're shell shocked that I said this on the stream. Yeah, we can get away.
We've hit the point where we can start saying naughty words.
Yes, but to get back to actual business, 3 covers, $20 plus the digital, and then this is the exclusive. Now, do the math here, boys and girls at home. Check this out: $10 for the cosplay exclusive cover to Summer Camp Screen. SCM. That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. It's SQSCM. Okay, Scream Queen Summer Camp Massacre.
Typo.
Cosplay cover, $10. The Summer
But
Camp.
Jackie
movie-
Goner, who's a famous cosplayer.
Yes, I don't know her. But there's
She's
so
the
many
one
of
with the great hips.
them. I can tell. She
She,
does.
her really famous cosplay is the Witchblade. If you Google Witchblade cosplay, it's a picture of her.
That
I
will be her.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't thought of Witchblade in so long, which is probably why I haven't seen her. But now I shall. While I'm in the other window here,
I used to love Witchblade
I did too.
back in the 2002.
Did you like the TV series?
Did not watch the TV series.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't love it that much.
Yeah. Well, you would have, it would have ruined it for you. By the way, these comes with a button. You want Sonya on your button. And I'm hovering over them because I thought they were going to hold up buttons and I was going to give them the big screen, but she's in your way, isn't she? You know what? Let's put her up here and take her away from here.
There we go.
I am.
Wow.
You guys
We do have
on
buttons.
my
We'd have to
screen. You
get-
guys are in a postage stamp size thing, so it's really hard for me to see you. So I threw her up to the top of the screen.
Okay.
But you get a
Thank
button and you get a business card. Sonya's business card because she's always hustling, right?
It is, and it's a little artifact that was in the last issue. She presented someone with her business card in the last issue, and you actually get it.
And that someone, by the way, I believe was somebody who
Was a backer.
was a backer who got drawn into
backer.
the picture. Yeah.
Yep.
So
If
so
you
he's gonna-
scroll down on the Indiegogo page, I think one of the pages that featured Cody is on there.
Yeah. Oh well. What's this? This.
Oops. Boobs.
Well, we are world famous, RJ. We're the best comic book of 2020. That's why,
And
that's
deservedly
why all
so.
the kids for us.
Yes, you're also speaking to the best writers of 2020. So,
and the best artists of 2020.
Straighten
I
your
thought it
tie.
was funny that somebody did a write-in vote for Brian and didn't vote for the two of them together. So he actually got one more vote.
Well, I was almost over that. Thank you, RJ. Appreciate it.
Sorry to dredge up bad memories.
They just assume they're the same person. Oh, why are there two pictures of these guys up?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get tossed out for double voting. So here's wow. I could sit here for a while. They're in a huddle.
The frames. They're brilliant. They're just brilliant.
Well.
They conceive every frame. That is not a pun. Perfectly. The script that we give them is actually pretty minimal. For this page, I mean, I should have taken a screenshot of the script for this page, which was not much at all. It was like shower scene, girls together. You see Sonya's tattoo. Maybe I probably didn't even write that, but they imagined that the tattoo was there, and they envision the layout and the scene just perfectly. There is nobody who draws comedy like these guys in comics today.
And I believe I follow you guys on Instagram. I'm liking your stuff all the time. So you guys do a lot of commissions.
Yes.
God. Yeah, like 8 a day.
Yeah. Wow.
Not quite that many, but
there's some
on that page.
I'll stay there.
While we're on that page, I was originally going to make that a skinny dipping scene, but Todd said that we were contractually obligated to use a shower. Was it Brink?
Brink, yes, because if you're doing a Brink film, she has to do a shower scene.
Yeah.
So we were stuck.
You could have done the skinny dipping under a waterfall and technically made both sides happy.
There has to be a drain. There has to be.
Never mind.
And tile. There has to be shower
plumbing,
tile.
actual plumbing.
Well, yeah.
It's the union, RJ. The union.
Damn unions. Always screwing it up.
That is brilliant. God, what a brilliant page. Every page I see, I think this is a brilliant page.
I love this page here. And because this reminds me of a page from Swamp Thing shortly after Alan Moore took it. He did this a single issue deal called The Curse. And it's about a woman who turned into a werewolf. And she killed herself in a store by throwing herself on a collection of sterling silver knives, which were displayed with the points all out, because that's exactly how you would display knives safely in a store setting.
Mm-hmm.
And here I'm looking at them like all the blades are just like sticking straight out to the user.
Well, I thought we were going to talk about our comic, but whatever.
It seems like something bad could come from this.
It looks like it's a setup for like, ooh, this is a telegraphing, danger, Will Robinson.
Well, it's just displaying all the various implements of death and destruction that you see in Scream Queen movies. Yeah, they're famous movie props.
Yeah, and foreshadowing is what it is.
Yeah, half the crowd came just to see the blades.
Yep. Well, sure. They're cutting edge.
And of course, somebody who is not an actress from the movie Halloween.
Oh, no, that's definitely not her.
Yeah, it's
someone who's not married to Christopher Guest.
No.
Totally different name. I'd just like to point out that behind her, even it was happening to me, that Sonya even gets covered up by people sometimes.
It happens.
I loved that too. I really do.
She got overshadowed by Janie Lynn Burgess.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the titles of the movies all the time. And I hope that they come to comics sooner or later. Biker Bimbos with Baseball Bats, Gravedigger Babe from Hell, 1, 2, and 3. October 31st.
I told you it wasn't Halloween.
And here, of course, is the display of all the buttons, of which you can get a random one. If you back tonight, you will.
There's a lot more than that, too. Yeah, there's definitely more designs. There's probably 3 times as many designs than what you see here.
Oh, wow. So you could like fill up a whole Walmart vest full of these things.
We've got a box full of buttons. We're not going to run out.
You'd have all your flair. And then this is the.
That's her business card.
That's the business card. Actress, model, scream queen. And she has an email address. Oh my God. Expect that box to start filling up after tonight. So
she always expects
was that dirty?
That wasn't meant to be dirty, but
goodness.
Hey, I'm the guy who had the beaver puppet, so you know.
Well, someone think of the children.
Well, hopefully she's using. Never mind.
Children.
Okay. Yeah.
She's using.
That's why she has birth control. Yes, right. Precisely.
And this is the page we were scrolling down to get to. It was the backer who got drawn into the book. So what I love about this is like a lot of people get drawn into a book and they're like standing in a crowd in a panel on a page. This guy gets part of the story. This was an important
three full pages. Full pages.
Dialogue. He rejects our star. It's everything you could ever want, and it's pretty damn cheap too to be immortalized, and there's an option to get the pages as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And
and
there is
I should buy that this time.
Yeah, that's where it
would be kind of cool. Yeah. Why haven't you drawn yourselves in, or have you and I missed it?
We have.
I missed it.
No.
America Junior.
America Junior.
Yeah. Okay, that's something that needs to be brought into something in paper form. That again, if it has already been and we've missed it, because that was, of course, where Sonya got her start, was in America Junior, which for
America Junior, the first volume was published by Image Comics.
Oh, so I guess you can't get it back from them, huh? Oh, look at that.
Collects the first 150 strips and a lot of bonus
650.
Material. Yeah.
And America Junior was basically people broke off from America to form their own country, and we let them. And it was America Junior, and she was one of the actresses that lived in America Junior, that country.
Yep. She was the ex-wife of the guy who's the main character of the
Darren.
Series. Right. Darren Finch.
You know, the comic strip you created, Darren, right here.
I just said his name.
And she was the #1 actress, I believe, in America Junior, wasn't she?
Yep. She's the only actress in America Junior. Yep.
That's cute.
Well,
however, there was a porn star in America Junior.
Oh,
she wasn't a porn star, Todd. She wasn't a porn star. She just had a shirt that said that.
Yeah. I thought they settled all that controversy years ago.
She did a lot of one-woman plays, I guess.
Just because she wears a T-shirt that says porn star doesn't mean she's a porn star. I mean, Todd, you have a shirt that says Budweiser. Are you a Budweiser?
Right now, half of me is, yes.
I got 2 waiting in the fridge that I thought about popping. But
joke, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Kapanakis joke.
And of course, they scream because this poor guy who gets drawn into the book, whose name, let's immortalize him, Reggie P., which looks to be Reggie Perkins, because I can put Reggie 2 and 2 together, is drawn into this corpse.
Well, he was alive in other pages, too.
He got other pages. See, that's the thing. And there's security guards.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to work with backers, to integrate them into the story. It's fun and exciting as a creator to put these people into a story.
And it's also gratifying when you hear from them where they're like, "That's me. That's me." And they're not just so willing to support the book. It's also very gratifying.
Yeah. Now, you know what I really like about the art on this again is that you do draw a lot of real people. You see, Nick's using an apple. Okay. That's why he dropped off. But in the comics, you remember when they would like draw the president in, or they would draw like a movie star in, you could always tell it's like, it just doesn't fit the rest of the people there. Captain America is shaking hands with somebody who looks like they were photo traced. You're able to get the recognizable features of a person in there and still make them fit into the universe of the other characters.
We had a lot of practice on the Three Stooges, because that's basically what we did there too as well.
This is true. That was a fun book as well. Are they doing any more of those, or did that kind of get licensed away?
No, they brought it back for the 100th anniversary. And apparently, when we looked at the previews in October, that we were listed there to draw the December issue, which was like a holiday issue, and we never got a script. So we don't know what's going on with that.
Oh,
right.
Start drawing it in advance.
Yep. Just poking in the eyes and
Next back.
Yeah, it's 90%. It's 90%. Woo, 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 and all that stuff. Anyway, so they're just.
Did I miss anything important?
I don't think so.
No, it's that. We saved that for you, Nick.
Niagara Falls. Yeah,
I got kicked out for the box joke, so good enough.
So there's Mr. Perkins. May he rest in peace. I see a lot of grayed out stuff here, which means that some of this stuff has sold. The cover art has sold.
No, that's just page 2 of the original artwork.
Page 2, page 9. That's gone. You can get drawn in again, $500, 3 people.
And you get the original art page on that tier.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Now this one here, that homage cover. I need to make $400 tonight, real quick. My PayPal address is at the very bottom of all that description stuff, because you can get the original art to that Avengers homage cover.
Look at that. It's huge.
Brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
Huge.
Look, it gets even bigger. Look how big it is now. I look so small behind it. That's incredible. Wow.
That's really pretty. That's really pretty.
That's fantastic stuff.
Really pretty.
It was just a challenge to do like search in Google to find 80s hairstyles, when the Scream Queens were in their prime. You got a lot at the top here.
There's the David Bowie. Nice.
Right?
Yes. Oh man, that's $400, folks, and you get the book, and you'll get this original artwork, and you'll get a button and a business card. So
what's all over the girl's
and a
face
trading
at the
card.
top?
And a trading card, yes.
And a trading card. And if we get $125 more, bookmarks.
Yes, you have bookmarks there. Go. I'm going to give you the big screen again in advance because I know that they're going to come up here. Look at those. Look at those bookmarks.
Boobs.
Yes. Yes, we know what sells a comic. There's milk in them in our hills.
You get a set of 3 bookmarks. You don't just get 1 bookmark. You get all 3.
Just in case you got to, now we
lost time.
He's not using an Apple. There's no excuse for him to drop off. In case you have to mark 3 different pages in a 48-page comic because you get tired of reading before you hit the end.
Well, what if you have 3 books?
This is true.
You buy all 3 covers, and you got a bookmark for each book. Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Now you're thinking. So where are they at? They're at Camp Hackaway. Okay, that makes sense.
I guess it's just us now.
He dropped off and left the screen.
Should we just leave too, or what?
No, I'm looking for Todd.
Okay. I'm sure he's around
check
there
under the
somewhere.
couch. Okay, so we've already said you can. Wait a second. Did we say you can be drawn into a role before and back again? Okay,
well,
so
you can be drawn into the comic and not get the original art, or you can be drawn into the comic and get the original art. So there's 2 different levels of being drawn into the comic.
Okay, but this is a future issue, not this issue, because this issue is done.
Yes, this is completely
you
done.
can't go back in time.
It's already at the printers, so it'll be out on the 21st.
The next one we will go back in time.
Yeah, I guess a week from Wednesday it'll be out. Yeah.
So I'll have to, tell your retailers, guys, to check the American Anthology page, American Mythology page, in your previews, while Diamond still carries them, because I'm worried about Diamond. There's no DC, there's no Marvel.
But they got everybody else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they've got IDW until but they're for sale, and they've got Boom, but they're for sale, and they've got Dynamite. So
Dark Horse, they still got Dark Horse.
They've still got Dark Horse. Dark Horse isn't for sale yet, is it? I thought there were like 3 major independents that just all announced they were up for sale this past week on different days. It was kind of
times
shocking.
are tough.
Yeah,
times are tough.
Yeah, the pandemic really did a number on the comic industry, which we do a show every other week with the LCS guys, and my guy Mike Tierney comes on and he says, we went through World War II through 9/11 and never missed a week shipment in comics, but we get the flu and everybody quit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Todd's back.
Todd's back.
What I miss?
We were talking about his front.
We were just reminiscing and ruminating on the mysteries of life.
Life.
Now,
I remember it.
It got really dark here for a moment.
I used to have
But now
that.
that the sunshine is back, Todd Livingston.
That's just the glare.
Right off my head because I'm bald.
Oh.
It takes all the fun out of the joke if you explain it.
See, what he means is the joke doesn't work as well when you talk about all the parts of it. Oh, I just explained that too.
No, it was just as funny. Just as funny.
Which was not at all. There's a lot of original art you guys can get in this campaign, guys. So $150, you're going to get a page of original out of this thing.
Look
Page
at
8,
that.
page 19. How do you pick
Look
which
at
ones you're
that.
going to... Oh, I've got to start looking at the campaign.
Wow.
There we
Wow.
go.
Wow.
No, we just picked out ones that seem to have like decent shots of all the queens.
Yeah.
So there was like
That
a
is
queen on there for everybody.
See, that's one that should go to Reggie.
Queen's actually screaming.
Ah!
It's the biggest
It's awesome.
scream of
It's animated. It's animated.
It damn near jiggled.
It did.
It did. It did. That's the next special cover. That's the next special cover effect. If once they get jiggle effect on comics, everyone from Brian Polito to you guys are going to make $1 million.
Yeah. Can you guys write in 3D?
They just have silicone enhancements on the cover. That's all.
Yeah. It'd be like a lenticular kind of thing. Although things are going to change, because I was talking with a printer a couple of weeks ago. You know that the stuff on the cover that they print like silver or gold and it's kind of like reflective. It's not holofoil, but it's like metallic ink that reflects. The printer was telling me they've got a printer now that does that on the interior pages.
Wow.
So you can have like a radiation effect, and it will be reflective. I can't wait to see the first book that does that, but they've got the technology.
Can't be cheap though.
It can't be cheap. No. I wouldn't think so.
We sold, one of the tiers is get a commission, and we sold one of those. We're working on it. It's not a Sonya commission, but if you want to see it, it's in progress.
Yeah.
It's our buddy Bill. He wanted the Betty Banner.
Betty Ross.
Betty Ross banner, and like all of her variations in the comics. So it's...
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Very
So
cool.
that's a commission he asked for, like 4 characters, basically.
Yeah, that's Betty Ross, then her as Red She-Hulk, the Harpy, and then the Red Harpy.
How do you know who all these people are? I don't
Well, it's
know
all
who these people are.
It's all Betty Ross.
I didn't know Betty Ross ever became anybody but Betty Ross.
Spoiler alert. She
Yeah.
was the Red She-Hulk.
Dang. Oh, well, her dad was the Red Hulk, so no. Oh, you didn't know that? And these commissions are colored?
Yes.
There's a black and white tier and a colored tier. Yeah, this is the colored one. Well, that's half done though. Yeah, still a work in progress.
It's technically got color on it, so you can say it's done.
But it has black and white on it too.
Yeah, there's several tiers. Yes, fulfills both. Charge twice. There's tiers here, but it doesn't get complicated because each tier is something unique. It's a commission for this, a commission for that, this page of art, that page of art. So it's fairly simple. I like simple campaigns. And apparently,
simple guys.
Well, you got to dumb it down for some of us buyers here.
Yeah.
I should have read further because I stopped up here. I'm like, oh, $20 for all 3 covers. Yes, I'm going to get that. And now I'm seeing, because I scrolled down, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you can get the backup stuff. I've already got all that. I don't need to get more copies. But now I'm seeing 3 covers and a signed print. And that's the print that you showed from the convention. And there it is. That's a nice big print. That's frameable. That would hang up on my wall very easily. So for another
11 by 17.
Yep, I've got 11 by 17 frames over here. I know exactly how big that is and where it would fit. So for another $55,
but more than anything, it's a 48-page comic book for $4.99.
Yes, that's a deal you're not going to get.
It's got iconic Scream Queens in it. It's funny. There's a lot of content, and it's cheap.
There's the elevator pitch. It's right there.
Enjoy it. We do this so people will enjoy. We love doing this comic. We do this comic because we love the content. We love doing it. We love doing it for fans of B movies.
Yep. We love comic books. We love these silly, bad, cheap movies that are so wonderful. And, I think we all feel really lucky that we get to create them ourselves. And, obviously we'd like to make them in real life as well. But this is what we can do. And so, we're going to keep pumping them out here.
Yep. Absolutely. I've said before with the first one, it's like if you could take your favorite USA Rhonda Shear Up All Night movies and turn it into a comic book, that's what you got.
Yep. Yep. That's the goal.
That's the goal. So I'm going to, this is the point where I embarrass myself and I reload the page just to see if any of my viewers here tonight who came in, they were here. I saw them. They're coming back on the replay. They'll get it on the replay. I'll make sure of it. Thanks, guys. You always make me look good. Appreciate it. But
awkward.
Yeah, well, it happens all the time. I had one that went down one time. So I at least made the campaign move. No, it didn't. That's my joke. Is that I'll make your campaign move. I guarantee it, but it'll be a refund.
Well, don't worry about it, RG, because we've got 4 of the biggest Scream Queens from the 80s and 90s in this. We've got one of the biggest movie directors of B movies of all time, and if just 10 of their thousands of fans each were to buy this comic book, that's exactly what we've got.
Yep.
So
there you go. 4 days left, 1 day for each Scream Queen. Todd, Nick, do you guys try at all to get the voice of these? And I don't mean the audio. I'm talking about the characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you're for the intro and the outro bits. We really do, because
that's that.
If you're not familiar with the series, there is the movie is bookended by real life a scenario of Sonya, and in this particular issue, all the Scream Queens and Fred Olin Ray and one of the backers are sitting around watching the movie. And so it's actually them. So we work hard getting their actual voices. I tried to find out what their favorite snack foods were that they would eat while they were watching a movie. But as far as the movie is concerned, it's a character, and they're actresses. They're playing a character, so the characters are whatever they are.
Exactly, and that's what I meant when you had them in the real part.
Yep. Absolutely.
Were they? Who did you get to do the voices real quick for the video? What did you?
Brink played herself. Mandy Simpson played Sonya. Mandy Simpson played Sonya in 3 of them so far. My wife played one of them.
Good move, man.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I don't have to sleep in the car that night.
No, not that night.
You didn't try to direct her, did you?
What's that?
You didn't try to direct her, did you? That's always bad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's perfect, baby. It was perfect, baby. Perfect, baby.
Got it the first time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I figured the cats have already pushed you out of bed anyway, taking your spot. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for bringing me to the channel again. I love talking with you guys all the time. Cannot wait for the next one, and I haven't even read this one, but I'm going to. It's on its way. It will be shipping out to consumers on, come on, scroll, December, which is now, which is like, so you guys are like stuffing envelopes in 5 days? How's that?
They'll be in comic book stores on the 22nd. So just in time for Christmas.
Yep.
What a Christmas present that would be. Oh, why are we not getting a Christmas pinup of Sonya in this thing? Come on.
There will be.
Oh well.
Yeah, we already drew it. It'll be on Instagram soon. Yeah, probably closer to the holiday. It'll be on Sonya's Instagram. Her Christmas cheer for 2021.
That is right. You can follow Sonya Devereaux on Instagram, as well as email it from her business card. So, Summer Camp Scream Queen Massacre, or did I get it? Scream Queen Summer Camp Massacre. I think it's the Queen's before the camp.
Queen Summer Camp Massacre.
Say it again, but put extreme.
Massacre Queen Scream.
Extreme Scream Queen.
Nope. I need a beer before I try that. Extreme Scream. Yeah, that's not going to work. I couldn't even do a flow.
Extreme Scream Queen.
Everybody, hit the link below the video or over in the top of the chat if it's replaying. Get out there, get this while you can. 4 days left. $10 for a 48-page comic. You're going to love it. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Appreciate you being here. We don't have a show without you. And as always, while you were here, we just hope you had a blast. Good night.
Thank you.